STL Sports Central, the Lou Information Station 590 AM, and the Too Many Men on the Mic podcast present the MidStates Club Hockey Association Game of the Week. Brought to you by STL Sports Central, the Lou Information Station 590 AM, and the Too Many Men on the Mic podcast present the MidStates Club Hockey Association Game of the Week. Brought to you by Mattingly Lumber, Vantage Credit Union, Chicken and Pickle, and by the Watson Private Wealth Group at Stiefel.
For what has probably been one of the most anticipated rivalry games of the season, and certainly for our MidStates Game of the Week here, as we welcome you in MidStates Club Hockey Association Game of the Week pre-game show brought to you by Mattingly Lumber. From foundation to finish, house all of your home building needs under one roof with Mattingly Lumber. One call, one solution. MattinglyLumber.com. Boy, I'm excited for this one. Chickasonic alongside Daniel Hinkamp as we get ready for the second matchup of the season between SLUH High School and Christian Brothers College. This is going to be a really, really fun one here today.
Yeah, it's arguably one of the biggest rivalries in mid-states hockey. Two teams that really don't like each other. Going to go head-to-head tonight. Should be a fun one.
And this is both teams share this rink, and tonight it will be CBC as the home team today, the lone one against SLUH High here in Afton. The other two will be a junior Billikens home game, but tonight they will also celebrate their seniors here for this rivalry matchup. Before we get there, we had Jared Ballant for the Too Many Men on the Mic podcast catching up with head coach Ryan Trenz along with players Max Ricard and Joe Thornhill of the Cadets earlier this week.
All right, this is Coach Ballant from Too Many Men on the Mic. I'm joined by Max Recker from CBC. Max, big game coming up Friday night. Talk a little bit about how hyped you are for this game, and how do the opportunities that are out in front of you for this season, how does that affect you and the rest of your teammates as you get ready for SLUH?
Yeah, I'm excited for this next game. We're looking to get our revenge since they took match one, but I'm excited to get out there and ready to go play.
You know, any friends from club on the opposite side, and if so, any smack talk going on, any little wagers when you're at practice or on Instagram? Keep everything PG, please.
Oh yeah, I got a few buddies on SLUH, and there's going to be some trash talk out there for sure.
So talk a little bit about your go-to pregame songs, go-to pregame meal. Who's on Ox in the locker room? Give us a little bit of insight, as much as you can on CBC pregame.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, you got to get napping before the game. But then when we get to the rink, the managers get on Ox in the locker room, and we're listening to some house, pretty much all house.
So obviously, you've been playing hockey for a lot of years. High school hockey is so huge here. Last year, difficult season for everyone in the hockey community, but especially CBC. But let's talk about some of the bright spots and some of the things that you're going to remember most about last year and what you're most excited about this season.
Yeah, I mean, it was just beautiful seeing everybody come together, all the teams with, the death of Colin, and I thought it was just amazing. Like, all the warm support that we felt as a team from everybody else was just amazing.
We're excited to continue to support and honor Colin's memory and his legacy. We're heading into the holiday season. Obviously had a great holiday with Thanksgiving, but you got to give me your favorite Christmas song. Come on.
My favorite Christmas song, Last Christmas by Wham. That's the best.
Look at you bringing out some old school 80s. I am super impressed. Well, Max, thanks for joining us today. Best of luck to you. Stay safe. Good luck on the game on Friday night, and good luck the rest of the way. Go CBC.
All right. Thank you so much.
So we got Coach Ballant here again with Too Many Men on the Mic. I'm joined by CBC Hockey's Joe Thornhill. Joe, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you doing?
Excellent. Hey, huge game coming up this Friday night. Opportunity for some revenge. Talk a little bit about the mood of the team right now, what you guys are excited about and what you're working on.
Yeah, we're all excited. We're fired up. It's a huge game. It's going to be packed. We're all ready to play. We owe this team a W. We're going to win.
So any friends that you play club with that are on the other team, and if so, talk a little bit about some of the chatter or smack talk that might be going on, either on social media or even at practice.
Yeah, I got some buddies on the team I used to play with, and there's always words said, but there's going to be even more on Friday for sure.
Let the puck talk, though,
Yeah.
right? Let the puck talk. So, getting ready for this game, hockey players are notorious for their routine. Tell me a little bit about your pregame routine. What's the pregame meal? What are you listening to? Talk a little bit about some of the things that you're starting off, when you wake up in the morning to when you put those skates on and get over the boards.
Yeah, for sure. Always wake up, try to get a good breakfast in, go to school. Everybody's fired up for the game, too. They announce it on our CBC, KCBC, the news channel in the morning. Get a pregame meal, some kind of carb, pasta, something like that. Get to the rink. Everybody's locked in. Everybody's getting warmed up, getting focused for the game. When we take the ice, it's all focus.
Obviously, last year was a challenging year, and you guys came through tragedy. This is an opportunity with, Colin's memory and legacy to go out there, get a win, get a W for CBC. We also have a toy drive that's going on, through CBC and SLUH. But, share some memories from last year that, have really impacted you. And, I'm not going to say best memory from last year, but memories that have helped you grow not just as a hockey player, but as a person.
Yeah, last year was just tough for the whole team and the CBC community as a whole. And one of my favorite memories was when we actually beat SLUH in the game for Colin 3-0, just like his number 3. That was a great moment. We just come together, all support each other, and it's a family.
Yeah, well said. And that extends to even beyond CBC, but with Afton and the whole greater community here in St. Louis. It's a beautiful thing. All right, a little lighthearted here. Yeah. We've got the Christmas season coming on, and we just got done with Thanksgiving. Give me your go-to favorite Christmas song, and the one that maybe if somebody asked you to sing, you could even sing it.
Maybe All I Want for Christmas Is You, that song. I don't even know the name of it, but I'm guessing that's not what it is.
Is that the Mariah Carey version?
I think so, yeah.
That's an excellent choice. Well, hey, best of luck. Stay safe. Go score a couple goals, and good luck against SLUH this Friday, man. Go CBC.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. All right, this is Coach Ballant with 2 Minute Man on the mic. I'm joined by Ryan Trenz, head coach for CBC Hockey. Coach, thanks for making time for us tonight, and big game coming up this Friday.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us. And, looking forward to Friday. It's always fun when you get to play against SLUH, and senior night on top of that, so we're excited.
Oh, excellent. Well, we're sitting here at Afton right now watching the enemy practice, but, this is obviously an opportunity to get a little bit of get back and give back from earlier in the season with them. Two talented, strong skating teams. Give me 2 or 3 of the biggest challenges as a coach preparing your team for such a challenge and emotional and a very high skilled and intense game.
Absolutely. It's it's not hard to get up for games like this one here. We played these guys early on, didn't get the result that we wanted, and didn't necessarily play the style of game that we know we're capable of playing. So there's that coming in. We know that we got some revenge. We're out for some revenge this week against these guys. So. And it's exciting, too. This is always even going back to when myself and the other coaches were at CBC playing against SLUH. We still talk about games against these guys where we're here at Afton, the stands are packed. So it's always exciting, and we're definitely looking forward to Friday.
This place is going to be rattling. CBC always has high expectations. With this new season, some roster turnover, where do you see some improvements from this team over last year? What do you think the biggest growth area on the ice as you make this stretch run where you guys are going to be focused on?
Yeah, absolutely. It's we lost a few key seniors from last year, but we've got a good group of guys. We had a young team last year with a lot of guys returning. So, those guys that were juniors and sophomores last year are now our upperclassmen, and they've taken it another step on the ice and off the ice in a leadership role as well. Our young guys that were freshmen last year, sophomores now, we rely on them heavily. We've got a lot of them, and they've taken another step as well. So it's obviously last year a tough year for us off the ice, on the ice. So this year it's been a reset for our guys, and we know that we're playing for something bigger than just ourselves in that locker room.
Very well said. Very well said. Last question: biggest key to success Friday against SLUH. What do they do well that you need to work on hard to stop? And then, the final piece of this question is CBC wins if.
It's it's always, when you're playing against SLUH, you know what you're going to get. It's one of our long-standing rivalries. We got a lot of respect for that team, that staff. They do a lot of good things. They do things the right way, and they're a good hockey team. They play smart. They play discipline. That's what you're going to get from them every night. So for us, it's about sticking to our game, building on the things that we've been building on all year long, and putting that together for 45 minutes for an entire 3-period game. That's going to be the key.
That's Coach Speak 101 out there for everybody. Well, thanks so much, Coach, for joining us here. Best of luck to you and your team. I know that this place is going to be rocking. There's a lot of goodness that's going to be there with, a toy drive in Colin Brown's memory. You're here at Afton, where we just had a beautiful ceremony, with the 72 Club. I'm going to be as non-biased as I possibly can, but, give them all you got, and let's have a heck of a game.
Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you for having me.
Back to you guys.
Money decisions aren't always easy. That's why Vantage delivers confidence, services, and support to reach your financial goals. With a Vantage checking account, you'll enjoy convenient account access with powerful digital banking and branches across the St. Louis metro. Plus, benefits like 30,000 no-fee ATMs nationwide, cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and shopping discounts. We put you first because Vantage is truly your credit union. Get to know us at vcu.com or a branch in your community. Membership eligibility required. Federally insured by NCUA.
Looking for a perfect spot after the big game? Head to Chicken and Pickle St. Charles. It's not one thing, it's everything. We've got it. Looking for a perfect spot after the big game? Head to Chicken and Pickle St. Charles. It's not one thing, it's everything. We've got it all. Watch parties on the big screen, family-friendly events, weekend brunch, and of course, pickleball for every age and skill level. Whether you're a hockey parent, player, coach, or just here for the fun, there's something for everyone at Chicken and Pickle. Eat, play, cheer, and connect all in one place. Visit us at Chicken and Pickle St. Charles, where it's not one thing, it's everything.
We love this game, and we noticed something missing. Youth hockey families needed a space that's real, supportive, and actually about their experience.
Not just the AAA highlight reel, we're talking B and C, A-level players, first-time hockey parents, and every kid grinding to get better.
We're here to share stories, learn from each other, and have a blast doing it.
No drama, no negativity, just love for the game.
We're growing the game from the ground up, one episode at a time.
Too many men on the mic. Hockey is more fun the better you get at it.
You want a backyard paradise next summer? Talk to Merrimack Pools and Outdoors now. No surprises, great design, straight pricing, and you could be swimming by Memorial Day. Hit SplashSTL.com. Merrimack Pools and Outdoors, turning big Griswold dreams into real St. Louis backyards for 25 years.
Welcome back into the Afton Ice Rink as we get ready for the rivalry game this season for our Mid-States game of the week, CBC and SLUH High, getting ready for what we can only assume is just going to be an emotional game, especially on the side of the Cadets. And, we really just hope the best for them. It's been a hard story, and they're playing for a lot tonight, and I think that is an amazing side. And, again, we'll, just like Jared said, just trying to be, unbiased in this one, but it's going to be a really tough game for them, and just wish them all the best.
Yeah,
certainly.
It would be senior night for the Cadets tonight, and Colin Brown would be skating with them tonight, and it's just a horrible, horrible tragedy and a awful story. Really don't know what else you can say about it. Just terrible.
Yeah, it's going to be an emotional one tonight. That is for sure. CBC playing for a lot more than themselves, but SLUH they're trying to stay on the winning path after being dealt their first loss of the season, 5-2 against DeSmet, another big rivalry game. Then they ended up tying Chaminade here in Afton as well before taking down Vianney. This is now game number 5 straight here in Afton. They don't go away from Afton a lot, and not even just because it is their home rink, but they play a lot of the teams that they share the rink with, Vianney and SLUH, or in CBC, I should say. And SLUH, they're trying to continue on it. Took down Vianney the other day 4-0, trying to continue the win streak. And that is what Drew Ackery was talking with head coach Steve Walters and players Aiden Hassick, Will Kaplan, and Charlie Nackey in his interview with the junior Billikens coming into this one.
This is Drew from Too Many Men on the Mic, and I am here with Steve Walters, head coach of the St. Louis University High School. This is Drew from Too Many Men on the Mic, and I am here with Steve Walters, head coach of the St. Louis University High School hockey team. Steve, how are you doing today?
Doing great. Doing great.
So I have to believe you're excited about this game. A big game early in the season. We're not. This is Drew from This is Drew from Too Many Men on the Mic, and I am here with Steve Walters, head coach of the St. Louis University High School hockey team. Steve, how are you doing today?
Doing great. Doing great.
So I have to believe you're excited about this game. A big game early in the season. We're not even halfway through the MidStates season. So tell the listeners, what are the 2 or 3 things that you think are going to be key with your opponent this weekend?
Well, one, we're always excited to play CBC. We consider that our biggest rivalry. There's respect on both sides. Every year, the games are tight, and the games are always played very, very viciously. We work really hard on both sides, but there's a lot of respect, like I said, and so there's usually not very many penalties. There's not after whistle shenanigans, and it's just 2 teams trying to win the game. And so we're really excited, and it's senior night for CBC, so that's going to add a lot of excitement. So we're really looking forward to the game on Friday.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a great one. Coach, tell me a little bit about your team. What's changed for your team this year versus last year?
The only big change we had is we grew 1 year older. We didn't have a lot of seniors last year, and a lot of our active players on last year's team are on this year's team. So we were excited to see how the players that the big year is from sophomore to junior year, we feel, and we wanted to see how those players matured, and then the excitement of our freshmen moving up to sophomore. It's proven to be what we expected, which I don't know if the league knew it was what we had, but we knew internally we had that, and then you ice that or cap that off with a really good senior leadership group that is very hungry to win. We haven't won a state championship since 2022, and they're hungry to get that done. And we have a really good tradition at SLUH about the seniors being good leaders on and off the ice, and they've done that, and the freshmen, sophomores, and juniors are following their lead and marching together as a team.
Coach, tell me, you've got a big opponent here. What do you think are the 2 to 3 things that CBC does really well that you're going to have to stop in this game?
Well, they're just always competitive. They have a tenacious forecheck. They clog up the middle of the zone. They're just aggressive. Even on a penalty kill, you can't sit idle with the puck because they're going to attack you. And so we have to focus on moving the puck. We have to focus on matching their pressure because they're always going to bring the pressure. So if you let them pressure you more than we pressure them, it's not going to go well. And so if we do those 2 things, then I really think that the team that rides the storm out the best, where you don't let the emotions go too high or too low, in a game like this on a Friday night at Afton at 8:30. I mean, the crowd's going to be rocking, and there's going to be a lot of excitement. And I think whoever rides that out the most steady probably will come out the winner.
That's Coach Steve Walters, head coach of the St. Louis University high school hockey team. Coach, good luck this week.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And thanks for what you guys are doing for youth hockey in St. Louis.
You bet. This is Drew with Too Many Men on the Mic, and I am here with leaders of the St. Louis University Hockey Club. Guys, go ahead and introduce yourself to our listeners out there. And if you could share your full name, the year you are in school, and what position you play.
My name is Will Capelin. I am a senior and a forward.
I'm Charlie Naki. I'm a senior and I'm also a forward.
I am Aiden Hasek. I'm also a senior and also a forward.
Great, guys. So tell me, how hyped are you for this game?
Oh, we are ecstatic. We've been looking forward to this game for plenty of this week, definitely since our last game. So
Yeah, this being our biggest rival, this is always CBC is always a game that's circled on our schedules. We look forward to this.
So guys, I have to ask, you've been around hockey probably for a number of years. Any friends or club teammates on the other team? And what's the chatter been like leading up to this game?
Oh, yeah. I've a couple CBC boys on my club team, Vinny Magino and Robert Kelly. They've definitely been talking about it for a while. The last time SLUH played CBC, we weren't able to be there, so we've been looking forward to chirping each other on the ice on Friday.
Well, I'll give you guys an opportunity. Any chirp you want to put out there to the audience and your opponent to hear?
I'll just tell Vinny to be ready. He's a goalie, so he's gonna see some shots and maybe some goals.
Love it, guys. Tell me, for a game like this, there's got to be some pregame songs that pump you up. What's your pregame song for a game like this, and what's your pregame meal?
My pregame song for me personally is "Kickstart My Heart." Really gets me going. I love some Motley Crue, so.
Yeah, I listened to "For Whom the Bells Toll" by Metallica right before the game. It just really gets me going, the bells at the start. And my pregame meal is always a ham and cheese quesadilla with some apples.
Interesting. Well,
Yeah.
you know what? It works for you, so that's great. And I love the Metallica and Motley Crue references. So guys, tell me what's different about the team this year versus last year, and how do you think that's going to translate into the game when you guys are ready to take the ice?
I think this year we're definitely a lot younger, and we play just a tougher style of hockey this year, and so we've got more speed, and everybody's really bought in this year, so that definitely helps out on the ice.
Anything else, boys, that you want to add as we head into this tilt you guys have on Friday night?
No, I think he covered it. We're definitely a speedy team, hard on the forecheck. So, and it's showing some success so far.
So be ready to skate.
Oh yeah.
Well, guys, thanks for your time. 3 leaders from the St. Louis University high school hockey team. Good luck this week, fellas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're good. Back here in the Afton, the Ice Palace here, as we get ready. It's listed as SLUH as the home team, but CBC in the home whites, SLUH in their away blues, and on the away bench, or on the home bench. It's really confusing, to say the least. But they are celebrating the seniors here for CBC. And a really fun one here as we get ready. We'll have that here for you as well. doing their cheerleaders. They got their managers. The boys lined up in the blue line right on the opposite side of the junior Billikens, right in front of the student section, their own bench. Something you don't see very often.
No, you really don't see it. And they were greeted by the SLUH student section with a lot of booze. And even though it's senior night, you still got to let the rivalry go.
Oh yeah, it don't matter.
No, not at all.
It's every night. Every night's rivalry night, and it doesn't matter what the celebration is beforehand, if there is any. It's pure hatred, to say the least. So, but they celebrate the managers here now, getting ready for this one.
I think you can appreciate that. How about that?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Heck yeah. You can't have a team without your managers. Your managers hold you together
dude.
more than you'll know.
This is a little story time for me. I was a manager. Oh yeah, for sure. I was a manager for 3 years. I was never that good at hockey. I grew up in Missouri, was in a wrestling family. My dad was a wrestler. He wanted me to wrestle forever. And, I wasn't a good wrestler, so I didn't really like it. I still love the sport of wrestling. Really, really like it. Love watching it. Love spending time with my dad watching it. But I was not a good wrestler. But I loved hockey.
Yeah.
And as soon as we moved up north, I just started liking hockey. And finally in 5th grade, I transitioned into playing hockey and just never stopped after that.
Yeah.
I was always on the C team. I was always on the last team. Never that good. I did score 40 goals my second year of Bantams, my freshman year of high school.
There you go.
So I'm just going to put that. I average a little bit over a goal a game. So
heck yeah,
going to
dude.
put that out there. But, best player on the C team really isn't that fantastic, to be honest. And it's not going to get you much of anywhere in high school. So I decided that I was going to be a manager. And boy, was that so fun. And it kind of prepared me for this career as well, because I got to see the opposite side of hockey, being on the inside of it, still being in the locker room, but seeing the numbers side of it. I was the best statistician in the entire state of Minnesota. I'm just going to put that out there, because I was the only one who cared, and I cared about my job as well.
Can we fact check that?
Oh, trust me. They changed the website.
I'm just kidding.
Oh no, we could, but they changed the website for it. And this is a gripe of the Star Tribune in Minneapolis. They changed the website. It was Minnesota Hockey Hub. It was a beautiful, perfect website. I loved it. And then they changed it to Strib Varsity or whatever it is now.
Well, the name's worse.
Sucks.
The name's even worse.
Sucks. It's awful. And I'm sorry, Star Tribune, but it's bad. And I don't like it. Please go back to what you had in the high school hubs that you had. It's bad.
It is bad. And you know what? I'm not sorry, because I'm never going to read the Star Tribune unless I'm in Minnesota.
Exactly. And
I don't have plans to move up there.
I have a lot more gripes against the Star Tribune, but I was a really good manager. I spent a lot of time with it, and I really did appreciate it. Even though I wasn't that good at hockey, I still got to skate around at practices. I helped out a lot. Got to shoot some pucks when they were off doing their own drills. That was still fun. Got to still play a little bit of hockey in time of it. So that was it was a really fun thing, and I'm glad I got the recognition that I did, and it's a good thing that they're recognizing the managers here too, because I got my own little spotlight at senior day. It was very nice, really appreciative of it. I really wish I had a little bit more help, because being one guy being a manager for an entire hockey team in the state of Minnesota is not that easy. So I'll tell you that much. But I was really appreciative of it, and I think it's amazing whenever people they show the appreciation for their managers, because there's a lot that doesn't happen without them. I'll put it that way.
Certainly. And to bring it back to you talking about Minnesota, that's the best possible place that you could have done anything with high school 100%. Hockey. And for the people who don't know, Minnesota high school hockey is like Texas high school football, Indiana high school basketball.
It's the equivalent, pretty much.
Yeah, it's insane. And I mean, they sell out. We wouldn't sell when we had state finals and they were at Enterprise. We wouldn't sell it out. We'd fill like both sides of the lower bowl probably, but then the upper bowl's closed off and behind the nets are closed off. But they pack the whole entire rink in Minnesota, which I was going to say the X, but I believe the name's changed, hasn't it?
Yeah, and now it's the Trek to the Casino. It's Grand Casino Arena, and that's going to have its own thing for high school hockey.
Yeah.
As we're gonna take a moment to pause here, as
moment of silence.
They celebrate Colin Brown for what would be his senior night here tonight. So we're gonna take a moment and pause and celebrate this moment with them.
While Colin Brown will no longer skate amongst his friends on both teams, he will forever be the guardian angel watching over all of you. At this time, the seniors from the class of 2026 from CBC and 4 of Colin's club teammates from the St. Louis University High School Junior Billikens want to recognize Colin. So please step up, all of you, and recognize Colin. And his parents and his parents. We hope that all of you in attendance look at the way Colin lived his life and how his memory has lived on amongst all of us and learn to live your life that way as well.
Beautiful moment there for Colin Brown. And like the PA announcer said, he might not be able to skate, but still with these two teams, with his teammates from SLUH, his brothers from CBC, he will be at the rink for as long as he is in our hearts. So a really touching tribute to who would have been a senior tonight and should have been a senior tonight, Colin Brown. But now we turn our attention to the game. This has become more than just a game and a heated rivalry. It will be. The lights are off. The light show coming on. We hope you are ready because we know we are. CBC, SLUH High, arguably the biggest rivalry in all of Mid-States club hockey. Here live from Afton on 590 AM and live on KLIS, the Lou information station on YouTube. Jacob Sonic alongside Daniel Hinkamp. This is the Mid-States Club Hockey Association Game of the Week, brought to you by Mattingly Lumber, Vantage Credit Union, Chicken and Pickle, and the Watson Private Wealth Group here at Stiefel. We have been looking forward to this game. The stands are still filling up. We were kind of anxious. We didn't know if they would be filled, but SLUH has showed up. Not the numbers we have seen before, but dang close, and they're still bringing the energy. They might not be a whole army, but this core of students on both sides will be lighting up Afton tonight.
Yeah, it's a great environment. Something we haven't really had the chance to be a part of this season yet, other than the first game of the year when we had the Chaminade and the Smet game rematch of the final from last year. But just packed, and to see the light show firsthand, get the firsthand experience with the environment. This is going to be a fun one tonight.
SLUH right now sitting second place in the Municipal Conference in this conference matchup here. DeSmet leading the way at 6-1-1. SLUH, they were given their first loss of the year right before Thanksgiving with a 5-2 loss to DeSmet. Had a tie against Chaminade the Friday after and beat Vianney the other day, that being last Saturday, 4-0. And this being 6-1-1. They took down Deschênes to start the year 10-0. Already beat this CBC team once, 3-1 back on November the 3rd. Beat Rockwood Summit 9-2. Took down Kirkwood 3-1. Beat Marquette by slim margin 2-1 here in Afton as well. And then eventually that heartbreaking loss. This CBC on the other side, they're 4-4-0, sixth place in the Municipal Conference. And they are coming off of a big win over Lafayette, 7-1. Before that, though, they lost to DeSmet in Queenie in a nail-biter, 5-4 the final score the day after Thanksgiving against a very, very good DeSmet team that we have seen. They took down Rockwood Summit 4-2 to start the year, lost to SLUH the second game around. They have beaten DeSmet, though. That is the one loss DeSmet has this season. And that was on November 7th to this cadet team. They took down Chaminade, but lost to Vianney 4-0. And then lost to Chaminade for the first time on Monday, the 24th. So this has been a CBC team that's been all over the place. SLUH finally first loss, first tie, first win in their past, and then their sixth win in their last 3 games, trying to get the streak back up and running. I mean, this is a team both teams playing for a lot right now.
Yeah, they both have, especially CBC, they have something to prove. That although they are 4-4-0 right now, they want to show that they should still be up at the top of the table with DeSmet and with SLUH. And coming off a 3-1 loss to SLUH last time they came out it's tough. I mean, this is where you get your get back, and it's your senior night. Questionable matchup for a senior night, but nevertheless, great environment for it.
You know, they always say senior night's always a game you want to win. It's always a game against, one would say, a less than equal team, one may say. But I kind of like it, in my opinion. This is when you celebrate your seniors on one of the most anticipated games of the season. This is going to be the second of 3 games between these two teams, trying to tie up the series for the season. These teams got a long break before they match up again. They won't match up until January 19th. That game also right here in Afton. It will be SLUH is the home team once again. But like I said, I like it because it gets you even more heated up for a rivalry game because, man, you always want to win your senior night, and that gives you a little bit more push in a game that really matters here against the Junior Billikens.
Yeah, you just have to play for that much more. It fires you up even more, especially for the cause that we took the short break. If anybody missed the opening, Colin Brown would be skating tonight with CBC, so just that little extra push that CBC is going to have to try and win this one for him is hopefully going to push them a little further.
No one has worn the number 3 since that tragic day, and they've been celebrating him ever since. And like we said before, he should have been skating tonight, but he will always be at the rink in the hearts of these cadets and also a handful of these Junior Billikens as well. Warm-ups are done. Got to put the pucks away, and then we'll be ready to go for this rivalry night. Starting goaltenders tonight will be Nolan Brost on the side of SLUH High. On the other side, it will be Gavin Arnold for CBC. So far this season, Brost, what's been listed, he's got a GAA of .5. 2 games started, and he is only allowed 1 goal as well. .955, 2-0 coming into tonight with a shutout as well. Arnold, for him coming into tonight, they've been spread out across 3 goaltenders so far this season, but he is tied for the most season, but the best numbers. A 133 GAA, only 4 goals allowed on 55 shots in 3 games, 2-1 with a .927 save percentage, tied with in minutes with Vincent Mahino. And the teams are ready to go here. First period brought to you by Vantage Credit Union, your financial partner for life in Metro St. Louis. Learn more at vcu.com. We get a look. CBC donning the home whites with the purple and gold stripes, purple pants, white and purple and gold socks with CBC on the shoulders, and across the front, purple numbers. SLUH in the navy blue with St. Louis diagonally across the front, the fleur-de-lis on the shoulders, navy blue all across with the white trim. They're going from left to right on your computer screen or radio dial. CBC the other way, right to left, and a big hit off of the puck to start us off. As we are underway from Afton, Ryan Hill brings it into the zone for the junior Billikens. Into the corner. He's put into the wall, in the slot, shot put high, wrapping around. Ends up next to Hill, and now the Cadets the other way. Off of the wall, moving it up ahead there was Brady Bates. It's dumped in deep for the Cadets. Goes around Napier. In the corner, battling away with Brigham Latner. Up to the point, under control. Bates again, walking it through, able to dish it off. He gets blown up. Short angle shot, and that one got blocked off. Possibly a high stick, waved off. Played away, another hit thrown in the corner. They're shoving away again. These two privates already less than a minute in, and we're already getting some fireworks. Out of the junior Billikens zone. It's going to pop back. Andrew Mullen skating it up. He brings it through the neutral zone on the near side, over the blue line, chips it in on his forehand. Going in deep there, Ryan Kelly for the Cadets. Moving it around for the Billikens was Burke. It pops into the neutral zone. Played up ahead. A lot of ice for the Cadets. Moving it up ahead. Here comes Magelsdorf. Into the corner. Lost it. Wrapped up to the point. Put in low off the goaltender. Brose into the corner. Picked up. Trader. Moving it around. Back low. Kelly. Moving it through below the goal line. Into the corner. And now in the battle, Ryan Simon for the junior Billikens. Pops out again. Kelly up to the far side point. Low shot along the ice. Got blocked at the crease. Now up ahead. Breakaway chance. Napier walking through. Tangled up to his forehand. A good defensive play. And it's covered up on the backside by Gavin Arnold. What a defensive play there by Ryan Muller.
Yeah, it's a great defensive play from Muller. He might have got away with one. Napier wanted to call. Had his stick up high around the head of Napier. Kind of held him up a little bit too. But I think the refs are just going to let these guys play tonight, especially with what's on the line.
Tyler Rash getting in on the draw, taking on Joe Thornhill. Donning an A for this Cadets team. He wins it back on the near side dot. Flipped up, gloved down in the neutral zone by Liam Brown, but taken away. Cadets moving it ahead. Correction, that was Jay Yang keeping it alive. Pop back in the neutral zone, wristed in deep, off of the glove there of Brose. Off of the glass, in deep. Cadets win it back below the goal line, given away. Now trying to turn up and bring it the other way. Diebold moving it through, trying to give it off. Fessler able to move it in. Tried to get it back there from Rash, but his shot was blocked. Centering feed, couple of bodies colliding on the near side wall. Up to the point, collected, wrist shot in, deflects wide, and below the goal line. Here's the junior Billikens. Centering feed, nobody there. Chipped up, out of the zone, walking it ahead. Piasecki brings it over the neutral zone, moving it through and wrists it in. Some chance, a couple of yells there from the CBC faithful. Didn't see much, though. And now back the other way. Junior Billikens. Fessler will dump it in deep as they're jumping around there. The crazy Cadets moving it ahead. Off with a stick on the backside by Liam Brown. Put back in. And Mullen collects it, the captain. Long stretch pass up ahead. Deflects it off the wall. 2-on-1. Here come the Cadets. Moving through. Shot in. He scores! Mitchell Napier. And it's 1-0 Cadets.
Well, where else to celebrate, Jake, when you score like that? You go right into the SLUH faithful. What a shot from number 7, Mitchell Napier, coming down that far side, 2-on-1. Defense had to respect the pass, and Napier said, I'm going top cheese, right over that left shoulder, above the glove, and it's 1-0 CBC. What a shot.
Beautiful look there by Napier. And it's already 1-0 CBC. Eagle coming at 3:04 of the first period. Cadets up 1, and they win the drop back in front of the Zamboni doors. Fighting away with it, Liam Brown. Able to get in and push it ahead, Billy Gross. And now the Cadets able to take it away. Trying to move it forward and through as Trader. Goes back below the goal line to the near side corner. Moving it around, Cadets still in possession. Trying to feed it up to the point. It does. Shot in, got blocked as Mullen let it go. And picked up off of the boards there by Neal. It's going to go all the way down for an icing. Already, Napier
And Napier's been all over the ice so far for these Cadets. And it's really been CBC holding the bulk of the chances so far. A lot of play in the Billikens zone. About almost 4 minutes into this game, SLUH looking to get something going. Need a clean break out here.
Face-off coming far side, glove side. As a Cadet's going to get kicked here on an early drop. So stepping in now, Piasecki. He'll face off against Brady Gerstein. One back by the Cadets. Quick shot in, deflected, and it went wide. Thornhill able to collect it. Near side, backhands it, back down low, and another backhand low to Piasecki. He'll bring it around on his forehand to the far side, and he'll ring it right back around. There to pick it up, the assistant captain, Naki, moving it through. And that one intercepted in the neutral zone. Stretch pass ahead, shot in, fired wide by Thornhill. Back up from the point. Quick shot in off of the toes there at Piasecki, as putting it through there was Nadeau. And now back into the corner. Still, SLUH unable to clear the zone efficiently and effectively. Kept it again there by Piasecki with the stick and flipped out. Up the other way, Kaplan moving it over the blue line, and they're onside. Kaplan waiting, shot in, and that one probably just looking for a deflection. Trying to spin it around was Gerstein towards the crease. Out in front, shot in. That one blocked out in front as Ryan Mueller caught it. I don't think he caught it in a good spot, as he'll come off a little laboringly, as now will be flipped in deep by the junior Billikens. Diebold back down low, racing for it. Peter Nadeau off of the board, was looking ahead for Brady Bates. Didn't connect with him. Up ahead and deep by Fessler. Moving it through and along was Nadeau into the corner. That Bates able to hold it up. Around Nadeau again on the far side, tipping it ahead, kept alive, but then off of some toes, and then back out. Up ahead, Brady Bates moving it through, top of the near circle, on his forehand, centering feet out in front, deflected away, unable to collect it was Blanchard, and then now the Billikens sitting in their own slot, almost gave it away, miscommunication. Junior Bulls all over the place. Now on front, they score! And who it is? That's right, the captain once again, Mitchell Napier, a giveaway and a goal, 2-0 Cadets.
Goes right over the SLUH faithful once again, little shoulder shrug like, what are you going to do? Can't guard me. Gets a little love from the CBC faithful. Great play right out in front of the net. He took a couple high hits, gave a little bit of a chirp to the ref a second before that. But then what can you do to back it up? You get yourself right out in front of the net, keep your stick on the ice, you tap one right through the 5-hole, and you get 2 on the game and a 2-0 lead for CBC.
Already the Cadets the other way, out in front. Sharp angle, off of the pads, moving it through. As that one was taken in by Magelsdorf, as the junior Billikens are just kind of out of sorts. Burke behind the net, able to steal it away. Hasek, he'll move it ahead. The far side hash marks. He lost the stick trying to move it through, and now the Billikens will bring it in. Toe drag attempt, walking through and into the glove of Arnold, as Aiden Hayes just kind of lost the handle there.
And SLUH really needs to get something going here if they want to stop this momentum that CBC's created for themselves. Two early goals, both from Mitchell Napier, who's been flying all over the ice. In the Cadet zone now, good chance for SLUH to try to win this one back and set something up.
Face off far side, blocker side of Arnold, and it's one ahead by the Cadets again. And all CBC so far. Moved up ahead, backhanded through. On the far side there by Neal. Into the corner. Trader. Battling away. Backhanded up, or forehanded up, that is. ahead at the goal line, trying to pan it through, running into Arnold. There was Aiden Hayes.
Hayes was directed just a little bit into Arnold by his own player.
Chipped up ahead, moving through, but coming out of his net and making the play there. Nolan Brose, as it was played ahead, but now a couple of good moves. Cadets back in the zone. Backhand center feed along the goal line. Back up top. Poke check, just missed. Shot deflected. Another attempt to get it in the slot was intercepted. Poked ahead as Brady Bates backhands back low. Doesn't wrap the full way around. Pops back up. Chase Blanchard. He's got 2 assists. Gets hit. And now Junior Bill's the other way. Stepping on the puck and another giveaway. Back down low. That's a shot. Glove save by Bruce. And a big one there as Napier was walking it through. Gives a little shove on the backside to Ladner.
Oh, man. Ladner, you hate to call somebody out, but you went down just a little easy there. Might be searching for the call. I mean, hey, you can't blame him. You're SLUH right now. You're just doing anything you can to look to try to get something going because it's still been all CBC. They control this game so far.
8-3 the shots on goal. 3:09 to go. Face off one forward by the Cadets. But Junior Bill's the other way with speed and an errant pass up ahead and somehow on the stick of Hayne. Or Hone, that is. And again, the Cadets strip it quickly, and they're moving over to the neutral zone. Over the blue line, walking through Magelsdorf into the far corner. Trying to skate it through one, that being Ryan Hill. And the Cadets in the zone for now. Still bound 4 near side hash marks. A little hard to see through the sea of Junior Bills there. Couple of tangles up. Some lumber being thrown. Cycled right back into the mess. At the hash marks, off of the wall, through everyone. It's going to be a tumbling puck, no icing. And back to get it. Record. Long pass up ahead. Catches his man Magelsdorf. Moving it through. Tried to shield it. Was poked away from him by Lindenbush. Nice hit laid there by Burke. A nice clean little rub on the wall. Shot through. Pad save. Letting go was Liam Brown. And a save made by Brose from the point. As again, Cadets keep it in the zone. Along the goal line. Backhand. Unable to connect with anyone in a white sweater. Back around. Powers has it. Cycles through and lost it. Pops back up to the point. Knocked down. Bills trying to move it forward. And they lost it again.
Might have a gripe there.
As we are back. Apologize for the little bit of interference there. Back live here on 590 AM KLIS and on the Lou Information Station. 2-0 CBC here as we just started the second period, brought to you by the Watson Private Wealth Group at Stifel. Mitchell Napier, the first 2 goals of the game. A little bit of a tangle up. Now CBC wanting a penalty. Junior Bills trying to work it out of the zone, trying to clear it was Hill. Found it off of the butt of some purple pants. And they'll start the breakout up once again. Long stretch pass. Misses glove. No, got deflected. Arnold has to stop it. Now he'll look for the long stretch pass himself. Long pass up ahead. Doesn't connect, but it does the other way. Out in front. Backhand feed. Misses everyone. And now a bad chase for CBC. Here come the Junior Bills. The other way. Chance. Out in front. Shot. Save made. Rebound. Another save by Arnold. Clearing attempt. Not successful, but Arnold with 2 huge saves on the odd man rush. Back below the goal line. Centering feed in the slot. Got broken up. And now cleared the length of the ice for an icing for CBC after a man.
Gavin Arnold just pulled a highway robbery. What a save on the back door. I mean,
what metal porch, living room, in the kitchen. I think they were making some bread in there. I'm not sure. It was everywhere. Quick shot in. That one fired just high off of the SLUH High face-off win as this one's popping around. And finally the Cadets with control. Moving it the other way. Powers lost in some skates. Out of the zone. Would have been offside CBC, but it was the Junior Bills pulling it out. Backhanded back into the zone by Magelsdorf. Back out and offside as it was touched up on the backside by Magelsdorf. So the face-off will come right in front of the CBC bench.
And Mangelsdorf's been held off the score sheet so far tonight. He's leading the team in points coming into this one. I mean, Mitchell Napier just took the lead in that. He's got 8 points now. But Gunnar Mangelsdorf coming to this one, 7 points. He's been a big factor for him. 3 goals, 4 assists so far on the year. So don't be surprised if he gets going too. CBC's just still buzzing right now. But SLUH had a great chance. See if they can get back into it.
Rash wins it forward over Thornhill. And 2-on-2 come Junior Bills into the corner. Far side, out in front, sticked away by Arnold with the poke check. And now moving up the other way, and no trip. That one, I'm not sure. This has been no penalties yet so far in this game, but there's been a couple of stick infractions that you could argue as SLUH bringing it in. Top side circle, out in front. Arnold can't get a glove to it, but it's sticked wide there on the backside by Bill Gross. Played up, hit laid, and now the other way, 2-on-3. Thornkill will wrist it in off of the pads. On the backside of Bros, off of the wall, checked up. I'm not sure about that one, Dan. That was way out to the puck.
That's a late hit. That's a late hit that completely impedes the forward process for the SLUH player. That's an interference you got to call there. And that's a high hit.
And now we will get the first penalty of the game off a high hit. Now some words being exchanged from Napier and Lindenbush on the backside. And we will finally get our first power play of the game on a high, dangerous hit. And that one being laid by Declan Neal.
Yeah, that was a big one. You don't want to see that. It's a chippy game. You guys don't like each other. And there was just a big missed call right there, but you don't follow up a missed call with another penalty. You lay him out the clean way.
Declan Neal, 2 minutes for roughing. First penalty of the game coming at the 2:49 mark of the second period. And CBC will have their first power play of the game. And the face-off won back by the Cadets as they begin the setup, but a good job on the backside by Diebold to prevent any setup just yet, and it's popped away. Could be a good look by the Junior Bills. Up ahead, Hasek moving it through, tried to lay it off for Ryan Hill, couldn't connect. Blanchard cycling it around. And now the other way. Here comes CBC with speed. Blanchard moving it through at the slot. Shot, blocker save, rebound pops out, and unable to clear SLUH High. Napier with it. He'll take it for a little tour. Leaves it off. Thornhill, that is. Tried to go low onto the backhand of Burke. Popped around. and rolls back up to the point. Mullen walks opposite side. Out in front. Shot. They score! Mitchell Napier, if you gotta throw it. And it's 3-0 Cadets on the power play goal.
I'd love to see him throw it, Jake, or at least I'd love to see him try with the big net right in front of him. But Mitchell Napier, have yourself a night. Go get some more love from the Cadet student section right now. They're going crazy over there. What a performance from Napier. I thought it was a little bit interesting that he didn't take that feed and take a one-timer from the face-off dot, but he settled it down, picked his corner. It was a great shot. You got to give credit to the netminder. Nolan Brose for SLUH almost got over there, hit off the shoulder, and Napier's got a natural hattie.
And Chase Blanchard's got 3 assists on the night as well as a big hit on the backside. Penalty. And that one, yes, that one was definitely a board. Way too close.
Here's the thing, Jake. So it was a board, 100%, but I'm watching the official, and he didn't see the hit. He just saw the aftermath.
That being said, though, I will say I think that was the right call.
It was the right call. It was 100% the right call.
He may not have saw it, but he did make the right call as Andrew Mullen's going to go to the box. Yeah, I think they said roughing on that.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay, maybe a board, maybe a rough, whatever you want to get it, but it was a penalty.
Oh, 100%.
But I think it's going to be textbook. What we were going to see from the refs tonight was they're not going to call anything unless they absolutely have to. That one is one that you absolutely have to call.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Second roughing there, and didn't take too long. This one coming at the 3:54 mark of the second period.
Now, what an opportunity for the Billikens now. This is what they need. Got some open ice to work and try to get yourselves back into this game and chip that lead down one by one.
Hasek on to take the draw, try to walk it forward, take it away. And now Kelly will try and wrist it out. Didn't get it out cleanly. Out in front of it. And now the other way, whistle blows, and a hand pass is the call.
SLUH fans starting to get a little restless when I left over here throwing some chirps. Somebody who they can pick out on the ice, whether it's the official, whether it's a CBC player, doesn't matter. Just trying to get their own guys going by making some noise over there. Kind of hit a we can't hear you when CBC was already up 2-0. That might not have been very smart.
Hey, man, you got to get them going somehow. This one pops into the CBC end, off of the draw, pulling it out. Bates can't move it forward, pins it against the boards for a bit. And now the Billikens will begin to try and set up on this power play. Over for Hasek. He'll wait, and he'll ring it around. Kaplan has it. Playing it back, and it rolls right through Ryan Hill. He's got to come back to get it. Pulled away. Shorthanded chance. Bates moving it through. Trying to walk the defender. Still loose. Ended up through the 5-hole. It's in. They
just put it in their own net. Did SLUH just put that puck in their own net?
They just might have in a short-handed goal for the Cadets. It's been all CBC.
Well, I said it during the intermission. We were just waiting for Brady Bates to get his first goal tonight. He's been all over the ice. I mean, he got some help from the SLUH defense there. I'm not sure which one it was, but a little bit of a rolling puck in front of the net. Saw someone try to just fire it behind the net, but they put that one right in the back of their own net. And I'm 99% sure that was a SLUH player that knocked that in.
I think so, too. 4:39 time of the goal. Brady Bates gets in on the scoring, this time short-handed. His second of the season for Brady Bates, as this one's played ahead for the Junior Bills. Wrapping it around Reckhart. Doesn't get it out of the zone. And held up at the hash marks. Near side, walking through. Shot. That one popped just high, maybe off the shoulder there of Arnold. As Brose just kind of lost in the legs. This one's flung in off the netting, so they'll keep it in the zone.
I mean, you got a shorthanded goal, too, and just not a good power play at all so far from the Billikens. Can't get anything. Can't get a good look. Just great. You got to give credit to CBC on the penalty kill, too. They're doing a great job. Arnold's playing real strong in net, but CBC's clogging those lanes up. And SLUH just can't get anything clean.
Back up to the point. Shot through. Glove save made by Arnold as Ladner let one go from just inside the blue line.
Yeah, got a little bit of a fist bump from Bill Gross. Can only assume that they're club teammates.
I can only assume. Pop back. This one again to Ladner. Quick shot. And another glove save by Gavin Arnold.
Well, if this shows you anything right here, when they win that faceoff, somebody's got to go right to the front of the net. You have to take Arnold's eyes away because so far he's shown if he sees that puck, he's stopping it.
The CBC is going to get 2 new defenders on, or junior forwards, it looks like. They're going to throw Thornhill in on the draw. And once again, one back, but doesn't go all the way to Ladner at the circle. And they'll fling it across. Will not pop out of the zone. Ladner able to keep it in. Near side, pops up. It's loose in front of the crease. Arnold able to get across to it. At the near side, cycling through. Fessler. Point, shot through, got blocked on the way in. Fessler has it below the goal line. Will spin back. Up top, Ladner walks it in the slot. Moving it through. Backhand across. Arnold didn't see it till last second. Below the goal line. Fessler has to spin back. Wanted to go across. Ladner was making sure to play the back just in case of a spring pass for Mullen getting out of the box. He's out now. And SLUH 0 for 1 on the power play. Plus a shorty give it up as this one's popped across the circle. Arnold out in front. A couple extra chops. They're going after it now. More thrown. It's getting dangerous. The helmet's off.
That's number 15, Bill Gross, getting in there. He's the first man in, giving a couple whacks to someone he just gave a fist bump to. He talks about them potentially being club teammates, but Billy Gross, get in there, get your guys fired up. That's one way to do it. Got the SLUH faithful going crazy. They needed something to cheer for. Just got to do anything you can to put some momentum on your side. Gross is going to sit for sure, but you got to send a cadet. They're still chirping. It's going to be number 15, Max Reichart. He's going to sit. Both 15s will sit, and Napier will go.
How fun is this? Still chirping from the penalty boxes. There's 2 cadets in the box right now.
What I love about this box, too, is there's nobody in between them but a thin pane of glass.
And there's no glass in front of them.
No, there's not. They can just reach right around.
In some places. It's like the old school days before the old days when, I'm talking like 50s, the NHL used to just share the penalty box, and after fights, they'd usually just get in fights again right after they'd go and sit. So they're sorting this stuff out. But we got our first tussle in a Mid-States game of the week this year. Kind of expected between these two teams, still awaiting the penalties.
Came a little later than I expected to. You thought we'd see some fisticuffs in the first game of the year, and, it's been pretty timid so far, but, you got to do anything you can to get your guys going. I like it from Billy Gross, but you got to stop at some point. We have after 1, maybe 2 whacks, once the whistle goes, you got to back off because the whistle hadn't gone yet. So it's okay, but once you get after the whistle, then you're treading into dangerous territory and can't really be defended there.
One of the SLUH coaches right now is still barking at the officials. There's some conversation here between the CBC coaches now and the lone official now in the orange stripes. Still getting everything sorted out. Let's see. I believe we have the penalties in front of us now. So we have Bill Gross for a rough, Reichart for a rough, and Napier's got a head contact. That's going to be a 10 by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's going to be a 10-minute misconduct and a 2-minute minor for Napier. That is a big loss. Guy
with the hat trick right now.
The natural hat trick at that. Scored the first 3 goals of the game for CBC. He was on the power play. He was on the penalty kill, and now he's sitting for 12 minutes. This is big. That takes a key player. He's easily been the most noticeable player for both sides out on the ice tonight, and this is a big loss for the Cadets.
So we're going to round up here. It's going to be 9 minutes in this period and then 3 minutes in the next.
So we won't be back until a whistle around the
12-minute mark. Of course, 8:50. It'll be after the 12-minute mark because it's at the 8:56 mark. So it's 4 seconds gone, and that's just rounding, of course. So I believe, offsetting penalties plus the 10-minute misconduct and the 2-minute minor.
Yeah, so SLUH should be on the power play here.
And SLUH is. So
What a different result this time.
Gross is going to sit for 2. Reichart's going to sit for 2. Those are the offsetting, I believe. Napier's going to have the 2 and the 10, and I believe that's what the PK, or correction, it's actually going to be Reichart's penalty that's going to be put up on the board here. So, back underway. SLUH, second power play of the game here, up to the point, cycling it through, battled, and out of the zone there, played away, and having to dance all the way back are the Junior Bills. Here's Burke leaving it off. Hasek will bring it up with speed. He'll skate it through over the red line, over the blue line. He'll bring it in, far circle, ring it around. Following up to Kaplan. A missed hit. He's hit hard along the boards. Out in front, one-timer. Got the top of the puck there on the far side by Aiden Hayes. Up to the point. Moving it down low. John Burke back below the goal line. Quick wraparound feed into the slot. Running through, and it has the legs to get out of the zone. Flung to the near side. Bringing in Ryan Hill. He'll walk it to the top of the circle. He'll move it into the slot by himself. Poked away from him. Still loose. Sitting there. Shot in. Save made. Couple more shots after the whistle, and they'll tangle up again.
You gotta watch these extra shots in front of the net on the goaltender for CBC Arnold. He's taking a few after the whistle. That time you could tell the Billikens were like, yeah, my bad. We gave him one too many after the whistle. CBC acknowledged it too. We got to be careful here. Another whack, and the roof might blow off of this place.
Face off far side, glove side of Arnold. Tangle up, chipped up high, and out of the zone past Ladner. And he'll dart back. Give it off. Gerstein moving it through across the tops of his own circles. Spinning back. Skate it past one, that being Blanchard, and past two, that's Thornhill. Into the circle, leaves it off, fanned on. It's a little bit too much flex from Rash. And cleared away by the Cadets. 36 seconds left on the SLUH power play. As Ladner was going to bring it up himself to the near side, gives it off. Top of the circle, Fessler. Back up to the blue line, down low. Spin around shot got blocked by Hone. Along the goal line, back over at the circle, shot blocked through, stays in off the window. Into the corner, back up top, Ladner walks, gives off, one-timer shot by Rash, and that one into the pads of Arnold. Rash knocks it down out of the air, tried to go back up to Ladner. Final 3 seconds to go here in this power play. Back up and cleared away by the Cadets for good measure. A tangle up there in front of the bench, and CBC 2 for 2 on the penalty kill. Back up come the Junior Bills, though, walking it through. Here comes Fessler on the far side, into the corner, out in front, and that one clears everyone and back into the Billikens zone. Shots 15-13 now in favor of SLUH. And it certainly has changed in the offensive categories, except for the scoring in this second period of play. As this one comes around, out in front, Arnold lost it, and they score! Was sitting in the crease, and the shutout is broken. As that one is popped in by Aiden Hayes to make it 4-1.
That's a centering feed from behind the net from Hasek that Arnold just kind of gets eaten up by. Hits him right in his stick and armpit area. Puck drops right in the crease. Hayes gets it crashing. Shows the SLUH on the crest and goes to celebrate with his own fans. They got one on the board. Start chipping back one by one, and we'll have ourselves a hockey game.
This one coming at the 8:37 mark of the second period. As we are back underway, face-off one forward, that is, by the Billikens into the zone. Up along the wall, Ryan Hill trying to cycle it back down low. Hasek lost it. Cadets now flipped up, got deflected on the way out. Popped ahead, Kelly moving it through in the slot. Gives it off, shot through, got blocked. Coming back the other way, Bros able to get up in front. A few extra shoves. Nothing too serious though.
Kelly gave Bros just a little bit of love with the blade of the stick after the play. Kind of just saying, hey, you guys have been doing it to us. We're going to make sure you know we're here. Giving you a little extra after. Just kind of keep the tensions even.
5:59 to go here in the second period. Face-off, blocker side, glove side of Bros. Two number 10s tangle up, and it's one back by the Cadets. Shot, they score! Snipe shot, and it's 5-1.
Well, let's try to pronounce this first name.
I got you.
Kahui Kaika Breitenfeld. That's what I is.
There you go.
Kahui Kaika Breitenfeld. He's the benefactor of that goal. Just a wicked wrister. Beats Bros, and that's going to be it for Bros tonight. His fifth one. He's allowed. We're going to see number one in the net for SLUH, and that's going to be Alexander Schoenholz. He's going to take over.
Goal number 1 on the year. For Kaihua Keika Breitenfeld.
Heck of a name.
That is one heck of a name. Might have to put that on the all name team if they got one. As this one's rung around again. Again, CBC quickly into the SLUH zone. Played up and around. Hit laid. Played around off the Zamboni door. Shot in, blocked through. A second one. Pat save made. Out loose in the slot. Shot through, and that one fired wide. It's Schoenholz in the all blue, looks like car shield gear. As this one's played up. Off of the wall. Up and out. Race for it. Giving chase Gerstein. A hit miss on the backside by Nadeau. Popped up off of the wall. Not clear. Back down low. Into the corner. Mueller running into his man. Popped up. Kept down low by Piasecki. He'll flip one high and out of the zone. Pops over the stick of Burke. Back down low into the Junior Bills zone. Into the corner. Back up top. Shot fanned on there on the backside by Bates. And now here comes SLUH the other way. Up. And a penalty coming up on CBC. It's going to be a trip. No, a hook. Correction.
With the way that this one's been going, Jake, with the penalties that have been called, that one I might put on the softer side just a little bit. But
ref's going to have a sharper eye out from here on out, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, for sure. It's with how this game's getting a 5-1 game, too. It's going to tighten things up a little bit. Talk about Schoenholz real quick. And his pad setup, you said the car shield blue, and it also matches perfect with their team colors.
It really does, surprisingly.
So, because if you look at CBC, we got a little bit of contrast in the net with the pad setup.
I don't even know what team that is.
It might be Junior Blues.
You think?
Yellow and navy?
Yeah, that makes sense, actually, now that I think about it. This one's played back in front of the SLUH bench, battled for, and pulled out by the Junior Bills, but it bounced too much. Stick lift, played up, gonna be a high stick, doesn't matter. Here comes Bates the other way. He'll cycle it through, kept it on his forehand, brushed off the puck, will bring it back, will fling it in, doesn't get it too deep, deflected off of the stick of Fessler. Back below Ryan Hill, he'll begin the breakout on this SLUH power play. 0 for 2 so far, if I'm not mistaken, as this one's popped around.
You are correct, Jake. They are 0 for 2, and they've gave up a shorthanded goal with that, too.
That's 0 for 2 and some, if I'm not wrong. That's pretty much the best way to put it. 0 for 2 and some.
0 for 2 and -1.
That's really rough, as this one battled for again. In skates. Under control by Hill now. Fed it in. Kaplan wanted to go back up to the point. Bates can't chip it away. Kaplan now, he'll wait. He'll walk it through. For correction, Hill. But stolen away by Bates. Poked away from him. He got hit on the backside, too. At the circle. Shot. Save made by Arnold. In the slot. Backhand fan on. Second backhand. Another save by Arnold. Poked away. Back up to the point. 40 seconds to go here on this power play. Into the hash marks. Back around. Sticking it away was Agurter. And popped around. Bounced off of the skates of Burke after getting a stick down, and a bad change by the Billikens leads to an onside.
That's number 7, William Kaplan. Just getting off the ice a little slow. He was tired from the shift. And just got a little unlucky. Took a little, and then you got the long change too in the second period. So you got to be a little quicker, especially in your own zone. So we might have had a chance going there, but that's negated because of the offside.
MidStates Game of the Week brought to you in part by the Watson Private Wealth Group of Stiefel. Joe salutes all the players and coaches of tonight's games. For more information, call Joe Watson at 314-872-8900 or search Joe Watson at stiefel.com. A little bit of John Denver ringing out now as we are moving it up ahead for the Billikens at the blue line. Kept alive, dished off. Final 10 seconds of this power play. Saucer feed high in the air, knocked down. Back up to the point. Flipped across. Gerstein walking it through. Shot in. Save made. Rebound. Still out in front. And a successful kill here for the Cadets. Trying to break it out. Could have an odd man rush if they do. Moved up ahead, but away from the stick on the backside there for Magelsdorf. He collects it in the corner, though. Spinning around, putting a little dipsy-do. Walking at the top of the circle. Shot through. That one was blocked. Cycled around. Magelsdorf trying to shove it through. A long wrister ahead off the wall, and a needed icing as a big hit on the backside laid. And the icing is blown.
That's going to be Gunnar Magelsdorf just absolutely burying the Billiken behind the net. Brady Gerstein just kind of indicative of how this game's gone. CBC has just been all over the Billikens. One could say maybe even pummeling them right now, although SLUH leads in shots 19-17. CBC's got 5 and SLUH's got 1.
MidStates Game Week brought to you by Mattingly Lumber, Vantage Credit Union, Chicken and Pickle, and by the Watson Private Wealth Group at Stiefel. 5-1 Cadets here as this one's fired in from the point by Muller. Got deflected, goes to the far side, off of the wall. Just over 2 minutes to go here in this second period of play. It's been practically all Cadets with the lone goal by the Junior Bills as this one's played up ahead. Good keep it right at the line by Hone, but it still pops out. Back come the Cadets. Piasecki walking it through, top of the circle, centering feed, intercepted by Hone, and he'll try and spin it up. He gave it up at the point. Shot in, went wide, and slammed right back down by the Cadets. Chipped up, and here the other way, Hone. Wanting to feed the middle, intercepted again. That one intended for Stallman. Off of the boards, back the other way, Thornhill. Gives it up, center of the ice. Piasecki shot, save made by Schoenholz. Back up into the center of the ice. Spinning it around Burke. Looking to move it up himself. He will. At the Zamboni doors, tangled up. Wrists it in. It's going to go on goal for Arnold, so no icing. Waiting to move it up. Ryan Muller waits. Long wrist pass up ahead. Got deflected on the way through, trying to connect with Mangelsdorf. Now a long stretch pass ahead for the Junior Bills. Deflected up. Hassick moving it through. Wanted to leave it off, but his winger was skating in towards the center of the ice. Kept in, though, by SLUH High. Up to the point. Top of the circle. Shot through. Got blocked. As that one was let go by Diebold and now flipped the other way. Could be a 2-on-1 for CBC, and that's what they got. Moving it through. Center of the ice. Shot through. Not a very strong one there as Ryan Kelly moved it around.
Very strong defensive play from Lindenbush. Just kind of closed him off, kept him from getting towards the net. It was a great play.
Excuse me there as this one popped back up to the point for the Cadets. Cycled back down low. Well, that's not why. It's just a little, I sneezed. My bad. This one fired around into the corner. Locking it through. Trader moves it back down low on the backhand. Picked off the other way. Hassick into the center of the ice and flipped in deep by Hayes. Catching up with it, Hassick. He gets run into. Out in front. Shot put high over the cage as Ryan Hill had it in the slot wide open. Final seconds ticking away. And at the buzzer, that'll do it. Couple of extra shoves now. Couple of stick slams from the Junior Bills. And it's 5-1 Cadets after 2. We'll return after a few words from our sponsors.
Money decisions aren't always easy. That's why Vantage delivers confidence, services, and support to reach your financial goals. With a Vantage checking account, you'll enjoy convenient account access with powerful digital banking and branches across the St. Louis metro. Plus, benefits like 30,000 no-fee ATMs nationwide, cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and shopping discounts. We put you first because Vantage is truly your credit union. Get to know us at vcu.com or a branch in your community. Membership eligibility required. Federally insured by NCUA.
Looking.
This is not at all how I expected this game to be going.
Looking for a perfect spot after the big game? Head to Chicken and Pickle St. Charles. It's not one thing, it's everything. We've got it all. Watch parties on the big screen, family-friendly events, weekend brunch, and of course, pickleball for every age and skill level. Whether you're a hockey parent, player, coach, or just here for the fun, there's something for everyone at Chicken and Pickle. Eat, play, cheer, and connect all in one place. Visit us at Chicken and Pickle St. Charles, where it's not one thing, it's everything.
We love this game, and we noticed something missing. Youth hockey families needed a space that's real, supportive, and actually about their experience.
Not just the AAA highlight reel, we're talking B and C, A-level players, first-time hockey parents, and every kid grinding to get better.
We're here to share stories, learn from each other, and have a blast doing it.
No drama, no negativity, just love for the game.
We're growing the game from the ground up, one episode at a time.
Too many men on the mic. Hockey is more fun the better you get at it.
We are back underway here for our third period, brought to you by Chicken and Pickles St. Charles. Perfect spot after the big game. Chicken and Pickles St. Charles. Not one thing, it's everything. Quick shot in and a save made by Schoenholz to start out just 12 seconds into this third. Shots 21-19 in favor of CBC now.
That was a great move from Brady Bates to get in, put the puck through one of the legs of a Billiken defender, made some room for himself, and got a good shot on net. Schoenholz swallowed it up.
Eden Hayes, the lone goal scorer for SLUH, as this one's popped up. Good move. Backhand shot. Put just wide there by Bates with a nice move. Up along the far hash mark. Cycle back down low. A nice little shot there given by Muller. 3 minutes remain on the Captain Napier's penalty on the 10-minute misconduct as the shot in got blocked on the way through. Popped around. Punched down. Pops up off of the glass in front of the Zamboni doors. Still in skates. Flipped around into the referee or the linesman's feet, poked forward by the Junior Bills, moved through and rubbed in off the puck. Hill out in front, shot, save made at the crease. It poked around, a play behind, and Bates is going to go to the box. Some more shoving after the whistle. As that was a dangerous play behind the net. Aiden Hayes luckily up and on his feet.
Yeah, Bates is kind of. Bates is holding his hands up like, what did I do? What did I do?
What do you mean, what did you do?
What do you mean, dude? That was right in the numbers, right into the boards. I mean, I would be holding my hands up if they didn't call it. Because that's a bad hit. That's a dangerous hit, and you're certainly happy to see Hayes skate away okay. Because that could have been a completely different result. He might be lucky that he's only sitting for 2.
That is for sure. And luckily he was far enough away from the boards. It wasn't a super dangerous play, but still a dangerous play either way. Billikens over on the power play, plus the shorthanded goal. So really they're probably, this one's wristed right into Billikens' bench. So they're probably -1 for 3 right now, if I'm doing my math right.
Yeah, Max Reichard dumped that puck down the ice, and he had a few words to say after that puck went to the SLUH bench. You can see him bobbing his head up and down, almost like we saw Jordan Binnington when he was saying "I love you" to Coach Montgomery the other night in the Ducks game.
I love you is what he said. That's what I hope that I said.
Hey, that's what Monty said in the postgame, so
I believe
I'm just going to trust that.
Going to need a big comeback now from the Junior Bills as this one's one ahead and wristed down off of the linesman.
Right in the keister.
Oh, he's not feeling good, but he's able to bounce back up. I don't know, that might have been in the back as he puts the hand up. Oh, that one's going to hurt. That one, he's going to feel that one for the next, 3 or 4, possibly 2 weeks. I was going to say 3-4 days, but that's a hard puck. Near side, moving it through, shorthanded, dished off. And finally taken away. This has been a really strong penalty kill all night from CBC. As Gerstein will bring it forward. A good drop of the stick on the backside. Gerstein able to walk through one. He'll move it through himself. Still on his backhand. Knocked down. Glove save by Arnold. Might have been a little questionable as he was walking through and got sandwiched.
Yeah, I mean, it
was more body than stick, though.
It was. I'm fine with him letting that one go. He's got his hand up, though, because I think he's talking about the shivers that he got after the play when he's already down on the ice. Took a couple of cross checks. One looked high near the back of the head. So I think that might be why he has his hand up there, too. And perhaps he felt like he was taken down, too. They could have called something there, could have called nothing there, and they chose to call nothing. That's their discretion.
MidStates Game of the Week here on the Lou Information Station, 590 KLIS. Jacob Stonick and Daniel Hinkamp. This one's put again.
Gunnar Mangorf just took that puck to the side of the dome.
Might have taken to the neck. He is going to be checked up on, but hopefully he is all right.
And then another the neck clear area. His hands on his face right now. And I certainly hope he's okay over there. Had to take the bucket off. Just checked. A little friendly fire there.
Hopefully he's okay, as this one's again won by the Cadets and wristed right back down by Blanchard. Under a minute to go on this Junior Billikens power play as they bring it up ahead with Ryan Hill. Lost it, slapped down. That is a glove. That's going to hurt a bit, and not able to keep it from going across the line there on the backside was Hasek, and that was definitely up.
That's the kind of wanted to go play his case. Can't give me that one. It's the rules of the game. I can't give you that one.
This is the thing, though. You plead your case. What are you going to get out of it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They're not going to reverse the call.
No, it's the same thing with penalties. Like, you can argue all you want, but the call's not going to change.
No, it's not. I mean, maybe the next time around, but that's
not in the
very, Not in the moment. Usually it doesn't really work the other way around either, where it doesn't help. Honestly, it makes it worse, to be honest, out of all my years of playing. Burke at the circle, bringing it up. He'll try and dance through. He'll give it off to his man. Here comes Hassick. This time he comes in onside, moving it through, bottom of the circle, brings it around for a tour. Back up top, finding his man, his assistant captain, Kaplan. He'll finish it off, or dish it off, that is, as Hassick got shoved down on open lane. Hassick got to go deeper into the crease there. This one popped around.
All kinds of time to see everything.
Arnold pops around. Across the line. Did it go?
That puck might have gone in the net.
They're going to say no goal.
That was a close one, Jake. That was almost our second own goal of the game.
A close one there, and I think the net popped up. No, the net didn't pop off.
No, you got the fans
for a second, but
standing behind the net, waving no goal. I mean, they had a better view than we did. So, I mean, from
probably
here,
the best view behind the net.
Yeah, I know. From here, it looked like that puck may have squeaked across, but official had the best view out of everyone, and he said no.
Nearly a second goal for the Bills.
Napier should be back at next whistle.
As again, they are unsuccessful on a power play. And yes, Napier will be back next whistle, that is. This one's wristed in deep, walked around, a good move around by Kelly. Nice little swim move on the near side, advertising along the boards. SLUH trying to move it through as a little bit of a, not sure what's going on with the SLUH student section right now.
I think they were
a rugby scrum,
yeah,
I think.
Little chirps to the CBC fans walking by, I think, and they were a big fan of one of them.
Not sure what that was all about. As this one is fed out in front, but deflected away by the Bills, and now the other way. Moving it forward, dumped in deep, no icing. A big hit laid along the wall. Played through, backhanded ahead near side, flipped up, kicked in, and offside. Not happy about it.
Yeah, whoever wasn't happy about it, that's number 23 for SLUH, Evan Stallman. Pointed to the wrong official.
Yeah, he did.
Threw his hand up to the official that was in the neutral zone. He didn't make that call.
Well, the Cadets got Mitchell Napier back. Face-off coming, near side neutral zone dot. Inside the CBC half. This one's one back there, popped ahead. One back by Gerstein. Played back into the zone, and now the breakout. 3-on-2. Here come the Cadets. Moving up the other way. Reckhart trying to toe drag ahead. Couldn't walk it through. Off of the boards. Is it too much? No icing. It's going to be deflected on the way through into the corner. Trying to walk it ahead there. Not sure what the goal was from Gerstein.
Avoid the hit.
I suppose that, and probably try to shield the puck. He still got hit a little bit. Nice little slash on the backside.
That was a big slash on the backside.
Not the worst I've seen, though, surprisingly.
No, not the worst we've seen tonight either.
I've probably given worse, too, to be honest. This one behind the net, Arnold. Up along the boards, can't clear the zone. Shot in, blocked. Another big block by the Cadets. Go from the point. Deflecting it down low. Walking through, good move. Arnold, the pad save. Didn't get it. Shoved down a couple of extra ones.
Okay.
And, that is
not necessary.
That's a bit much. A high shove.
You take your guy down one. Yeah, this is a case that I am not going to be mad at Brady Gerstein for pleading. He puts his hand up 3-4 times. I mean,
Mueller and Gerstein still chirping, but
Mueller has no defense. I don't know what he's going to try to say.
Doesn't matter what level of hockey that is. You're slamming a guy's head into the ice. I'm not going to you just can't sugarcoat that.
They are not sending Gerstein.
They're going to send Gerstein.
Wow.
What?
Wow. That is.
We're going to skate 5-on-5.
Seriously questionable.
Gerstein got checked by multiple times.
He get cross-checked in the back.
Probably said the magic word afterwards.
Yeah, I would think so. He cross-checked in the back, down on the ice, and then he gets two, maybe three shots to the back of the head.
Is what the call is going to be. Brady Bates into the box for cross-checking. Oh wait, correction, that was the one earlier. So it's going to be.
Say Brady Bates is out there taking the face off.
Yeah, not Brady Bates. That was the last one. They haven't updated yet. So Muller's going to go. That's who I was talking about earlier. How did I forget about that? Muller's going to go. Coincidentals. Gerstein and Mueller to the box. Gerstein for a hold. Mueller for the roughing as Cadets in an errant pass.
This thing might get chippy, Jake.
It might. We really hope not too bad. As moving it ahead, here come the Cadets walking through. Here's one of the captains, Mullen. Played up ahead, barely out of the neutral zone. Good move, Napier. He's got 3 tonight. Wrists one in, right into the glove there, and a save made by Schoenholz.
Napier's took a little time out. Now he wants to get right back in and has a few words behind the net. Yeah,
he's ready to go.
I've been sitting for 12 minutes, man. I'm ready to go. He's going to stay out. He had a long rest, so not surprised there.
MidStates Game of the Week here, brought to you by Mattingly Lumber, Vantage Credit Union, Chicken and Pickle, and the Watson Private Wealth Group at Stiefel. Face off one for a second by SLUH. As this one's played ahead, saved and gone wide. Shot in there by Blanchard. As the CBC fans just relentless here now. Moving it up ahead, 3-on-3. Chipped in deep. Walking down low, Hone. Trying to collect it at the hash marks. Played back into the corner. Fessler can't play it in. And again back into that corner. And brought back up. Bates moving it ahead. Napier walking it through. Chips it up to himself. Now leaves it off. Blanchard walks through. Shot. Pops up off of the post outside of the net. Napier got it off the back wall after it bounced back up just in front of the goal line. It's now Bates walking it through behind. Got tangled up. Walking it through. Wanting a hole. No penalty. They collide in the corner. 2 each. Bates pulling it out. Up ahead. Does it clear the zone? No. Bates unable to keep it alive. Backhanded away by Rash. Moved away. Back ahead. Here come the Cadets with Breitenfeld. Shot got blocked on the way through as Napier was walking it through in the slot.
Schoenholz got a knob on it.
As this one's wristed all the way down for an icing. Looking for the perfect spot after the game? Head to Chicken and Pickle St. Charles. Not one thing, it's everything. We've got it all. Watch parties on the big screen, family-friendly events, weekend brunch, and of course pickleball for every age and skill level. Whether you're a hockey parent, player, coach, or just here for the fun, there's something for everything at Chicken and Pickle. Eat, play, cheer, and connect all in one place. Visit us at Chicken and Pickle St. Charles, where it's not one thing, it's everything. Cadets win the zone once again. We skate 5-on-5 with the coincidentals handed out to Gerstein and Muller. As this one behind, out in front. Schoenholz with a save. Pops back out, and they score! A 6 for good measure. Jorn Thornhill puts it away, and it's a 5-goal lead.
A little extra taunting in front for the student section there as they try to fire back. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you're going to say if you're SLUH there. You're down 6-1. And just trying to get everybody on the board now. Great play. Thornhill out in front. He's going to get that little shoulder shrug going right into the CBC faithful. And this one's getting ugly for SLUH.
6-1 now for the Cadets. First goal given up by Schoenholz.
The Schoenholz has been really strong since he's came into this game.
Thornhill getting in on the scoring, goal number 2 of the season for him. Played in deep by the Junior Bills and below the goal line. Moving it ahead, running into a man was Mullen. Again below the goal line, Mullen pulls it away. The captain moving it up. Rink wide. Finding Piasecki. He'll walk it in. Top of the circle, shot. Patted away by Schoenholz. Up ahead. Rough change for CBC, 2-on-2. Here comes SLUH High. Into the slot, walking through, trying to get a shot off there. Too many sticks for Hayes. Into the corner, gets tangled up and gets knocked down. Comes to the near side. Nadeau tries to play it up ahead. Just found the skates of Breitenfeld. But taken away, Breitenfeld, slot, shot. Got blocked on the way through. On his backhand, short angle. Tried to bank it off, Schoenholz. Into the hash marks. Played back around. Moving it up, Mangelsdorf. Just trying to listen into some of these chants here. Certainly just love it. Apologize for that. Just kind of got lost in the chants being thrown around. Always like to listen in on those. There's a battle in the corner. And the breakout. Is it on this time? Well, it was for a short while, but again, the Cadets take it back. Spun back, Trader. Moving it up ahead through the neutral zone. He'll bring it in onto his backhand, walking it through. Played off the puck, just ran right into Burke. Stretch pass up ahead, connecting onto the stick of Kaplan. He'll move it in, top of the circle. Fake the leave off, gives it away. Top of the circle, rolled away on the backside for Rash. At the Zamboni doors, capped in by the Billikens, shot through, saw the whole way by Arnold, and he paddles it to the side. Just over 6 to go here, 6-1 CBC. as it's brought up ahead by the Cadets. Moving it through onto his forehand and just lost by Colin Powers moving it through. Getting tangled up, gives a nice shove on the backside. Backhanded out of the zone by the Junior Bills. Backhanded away. Stretch pass ahead, move forward, 2-on-1 now. Here come the Cadets. Powers lost it in his skates trying to do a fancy move. And now the Bills the other way. Rink wide, through the neutral zone on the far side. Pulling up and waiting there is Simon. Knocked off the puck, playing it up ahead. Hone moving it through, found nothing but white shirts. Saucer pass to the near side, moving it up ahead. Eskridge able to cycle it down low. First one to it, Lindenbush, shoving the man down. Fired back out in front, Lindenbush fighting away with Eskridge again. Moving it through, 2-on-2. SLUH into the slot, pop back up, shot and a save made by Arnold. Some more shoving now.
That's a little bit of a 3-on-1. Wouldn't be surprised if a Cadet goes here. You got 3 guys on one bill. I think realistically, I don't think anybody's going to go. I think they're just going to try and send them back to their benches. 5:13 to go here in the third, and just try to keep everybody calm.
Face-off will come glove side of Arnold. In to take it will be Hone. I believe he'll face off against Bates. Yes, he will. Face off one back clean by Hone. Shot through, blocked again. Another block, that time by Blanchard. Another unsuccessful breakout by the Cadets. And this time will be successful. Napier moving through over the blue line, fakes the shot, brings it through. Got his stick blocked. Walks it around inside of the circle. Dishes it off. Bates walking through at the slot. Shot blocked by the Bills, but he's able to collect it. Out in front, nearly found the stick in Napier. Would have been his 4th of the game. Up to the far point. Cycle back down low. Napier can't get to it. Stolen away. Moving it up ahead is Fessler. He's going 1-on-3. Put into the boards. Back below the cage. Long pass up ahead. Backhand deflection didn't connect. Having to pull it out of the zone there was Gerstein, and he'll wrist it back down low. Hayes has the only goal tonight for SLUH as they continue to try, and you love to see that from the fans, continue to try and keep their team going. As a big hit in center ice. Bates gets blown up on the backside by John Burke. Kept in the CBC zone. Shot got blocked as Neal let it go. Missed the hit. Below the cage, trying to take it away. Bates trying to give back what he received. Back around into the slot. And now into the corner. Backhand tip attempt. Fired in. Arnold pads it away and out of play. With 3:42 to go.
I just want to take a second and acknowledge the size difference between Burke and Bates here. Bates is a big guy. He's got a big physical presence out there. Burke's not afraid to step up, though. Puts that shoulder right into his chest and absolutely blew him up. Sent Bates flying. Got the SLUH faithful a little fired up there. Got him cheering a little more. You got to give them credit, like you mentioned, Jake. This whole game, it's been all CBC, but the SLUH fans have never quit.
Face off, club side, near side of Arnold. Winning it forward was Hill, but the first one to it was Muller. Played along, up to the point, picked off, and fired back down low by Diebold in the slot. Shot, save, squeaked around, they score! Little consolation goal for Michael Cleaver. Or correction, Ryan Hill has it squeaked through Arnold, and he puts it into the net to make it 6-2.
Cadets are asking for a hand pass, but they're not going to get it because the hand that it went off of, I believe, was number. Crash the net. Many bodies in front of the net for the Billikens tonight, and that was a great effort, just being right out in front, being parked there, and cleaning up the trash. A little bit of a consolation prize, like you said. Took the SLUH fans a second to get going and cheering for it until they realized it was in.
Goal number 3 there for Ryan Hill. Popped up into the slot. Trying to take a shot. Hassick got tangled up as it rolled into the slot. And now moved up ahead. Now just a 4-goal difference once again. Moved in the neutral zone. Moving it up SLUH high. Shot in, Arnold easy with the glove, shoved away after the play. Hill coming in, another extra shove on the backside, a third to the back of the head.
He's got to go. That's another one, too. I mean, the first one's fine. The first one, he's just trying to keep Hosek from going straight towards the net and going into his netminder. But the five after that can't slide.
Bit much on the backside. Ryan Hill trying to step in for his teammate. They continue to chirp back and forth going to the benches.
And no one's going to go.
And again, kind of that situation towards the end of the game, 6-2 game. Just kind of want to get it over with at this point. Let the guys play. Don't need any more consequences unless it gets really ugly. As this one's one back. Cadets to move it up. Moving it through, backhanded ahead. Nagelsdorf puts a man into the wall. Fired back down low by Burke. Up out of the zone, through the legs. Nagelsdorf at the circle, trying to pull. Waits, has it, out in front. Save made by Schoenholz. Some more extra shoving. The net comes off. Ryan Kelly getting into the mix now. 2:38 to go.
Schoenholz has been great positionally and just great so far for the Bills since he came into this, Junior Bills, I should say, since he came into this game. A little ways through the second period when CBC put in their fifth, but he's only allowed one. He's been great positioning, great with the rebound control, and Gross just wasn't on it tonight, and the goalie's not going to be strong every night, so got to go to the backup.
Schoenholz coming into tonight was 4-1, I think they'll give the loss to Gross, I would imagine. 4-1-1 coming into tonight with a 183 and a 913 save percentage. So two good numbers from these two goaltenders. But those numbers will obviously fall after tonight's matchup as this one goes to the far side, knocked down. Still a lot of shots, 30-29 in favor of SLUH. As this one's wristed in low by Rash. Into the corner, unable to clear, stick lifted. Still battled, off of a man, in the boards, and moving it up ahead, Blanchard. Got a handful of assists on the night tonight. He has been excellent on handing off the puck. Assisted on all three of Napier's goals. This one pops over to Napier on the near side after it rolled over a Billikens stick. Backhands it off at the circle, and it rolled away from Piasecki, and he'll just cycle it down low. Back below the goal line, Burke playing it up. Wrong equation, but still finding success. One of those things where you don't use the right equation in math class, but you still get the correct answer. That's what that breakout was for SLUH High. Into the corner, moving it through. Final minute, about minute 16 here to go. Played back, here's Mullen. Stretch pass ahead, kicked alive. Gross walking in at the circle, tried to center one, popped around. Near side wall, couple of extra ones thrown on the backside. Some more across checks, some slashes. They're getting yelled at. Got to move the puck. Still battling. Now some extra stuff thrown. Still battling for it. They're getting after it. A helmet comes off.
He's chirping about the helmet coming off, but you got to secure your helmet a little tighter than that. That came off real easy. It looked like you got one strap with the cage hang going there. Oh, that's not cool.
That's a bit much.
Yeah, Mangelsdorf just took a whack to the helmet that was down on the ice. Number 15, Billy
got in there too. It's Billy Gross, this second time now.
And they're going to send Gross. Gross is going to go to the box.
Gross is going to go for the rough. So will Ryan Muller.
Yeah, Muller's been in and out of the box tonight for the Cadets.
Linesman's got to keep him separated for now. You're going to have to watch those two in the box for a little bit. Words still being exchanged.
Yeah, Muller's going at it, but Gross isn't giving him the time of day.
Final 51 seconds here as it's one ahead. A little bit of a lackadaisical face-off win by Gerstein. Now he's back into the mix, into the point, played up ahead. Back up, here come the Cadets. Odd man rush, look, shot in, save made by Schoenholz. As Mangelsdorf let one go from the slot.
Still a little jarring in the penalty box from Miller. It's really one-sided. Bill Gross, I think he's aware of the situation. Yeah, I think he's aware of the situation.
6'2". I think he's just kind of like, he's a little tired.
I don't need
exhausted.
to say anything back, man.
Played back up through some skates and back into the CBC zone. Popped up into the snow. Now out in front. Arnold got down, but it was blocked away. And battle for in the circle. Final 25 seconds. Played down. They're going to say no icing. Got deflected. Didn't even have the legs either. Back into the SLUH zone. Spinning around Kelly. Pinched up in the corner. Some more shoving. Going after it now. Some more, and the whistle's going to go here. Point to the scoreboard there by Colin Powers.
Classic.
Staring down Zach Diebold. They're just going to separate them.
Faceoff's going to
come out of the zone
yeah.
here. Final 8 seconds.
Should be a fun final 8 seconds, I'll tell you that.
I hope to God it's not.
They're going to call the game.
Up.
Well, he said, I don't want any more blank. You can fill in the word. That was the SLUH head coach right there.
Final 8 seconds.
He came onto the ice. That's questionable.
Never seen that before.
He said he wanted to call the game.
Referees are just going to have him drop the puck. And the referees are center official is yelling, saying, we don't want anything. Played back, final few seconds. Played back into the SLUH high zone, and that is going to do it. Wrists it around, and the celebration begins for CBC. A win on senior night for the Cadets, and a big one as well as they take down the Junior Bills 6-2 as they get revenge on the 3-1 scoreline about a month ago.
Well, revenge is one thing. You could say it's even a little more than that with 6-2. CBC came out with a little extra fire under them. It's senior night. It's a big night for them with just trying to honor Colin Brown on this night as well. And they certainly did just that. A great showing from the Cadets. I can't pick apart one aspect of the Cadets game that was not phenomenal. They played so well. The Bills just couldn't get anything going, especially just sloppy in the neutral zone. No smooth breakouts. And CBC was worthy of the win tonight.
We'll keep a look on this handshake line, of course.
Make sure nothing suspicious goes on over
here. This is one of those games where you certainly have the county police here for a reason.
Well, you have the county police at every game. I will say that. Yeah, you have an officer usually at every game. So
this is certainly one that's deserving of it, to say the least. I will say this isn't a bash. I honestly think this is the cool thing. But Minnesota, they don't have policemen at games.
No.
Because usually you don't need them. You haven't had anything bad happen just yet.
Oh, I got some stories that I'll tell you off the air about why you probably do want to have some police games at Missouri high school hockey games. So,
well, it's been a really fun one here. As still some talking here on the backside.
And this talking looks friendly.
I think so. I hope so.
It appears friendly. We don't want to speak
There's a scratch pointing away. There was one instance, a scratch kind of pointing up and away like this towards the bench. That, little questionable. The rest of this is good. This is teammate talk right here. These are guys that have played for a long time together. I think that's the one thing I do like about this is the big difference in Minnesota hockey. Some of those guys will play together on select teams, but these guys, obviously, they play with each other like a normal team. So this is, seeing these guys, it's kind of nice. I like that about St. Louis hockey.
So I was wondering with the red, white, and blue gloves for Napier, where I was thinking, is this guy Central States maybe? I was thinking he's a little too good for Central States, and his 3HL Junior Blues teammates coming out here to join him answers that question for me. And that makes a lot more sense because of the player he was tonight. And I mean, you can't say enough about Napier with just
3 goals on the night. Natural hat trick to open it up. And now CBC, they are over 500 for the first time for the second time this year. They were 3-1 at one point to open up the year before going on 3 straight losses, turned it around against Lafayette, and back on it with another big score line, not by 6 this time, just by 4, but a 6-2 win over SLUH High School. A rivalry night win for the Cadets, and a big one there as They got a handful of games left before the Christmas break. They got Kirkwood, Marquette, and then Vianney to wrap it up before their break. SLUH, on the other hand, they got a matchup again with Chaminade coming up next. Next Friday, after they take on Vianney here on Monday night. Then they got Lafayette and Kirkwood to wrap up their before Christmas schedule. Should be a fun one. The shots ended up being 30-30 even. Nolan Brose ended up 24 minutes. Schoenholz just under 21. Arnold the full 45, giving up just 2 goals.
And looking very, very strong for a full, well, you want to say a full 60, but I guess a full 45.
Yeah. 28 saves on 30 shots for Gavin Arnold, looking really strong tonight. That's going to do it from us. Once again, though, we want a big thank you to our sponsors here, brought to you by Mattingly Lumber, Vantage Credit Union, Chicken and Pickle, and the Watson Private Wealth Group at Stiefel. Next up will be Rockwood Summit and Lindbergh. Once again here from Afton. That will be next Friday, December 12th. Be my last one for a little bit. I'll be heading right back up to beautiful Bemidji, Minnesota. I'll be doing some high school hockey up there of my own, so a little bit different scene. But that'll be a really fun one here next Friday. I'll be here another 8:10 pregame, 8:30 puck drop here on YouTube and on 590 KLIS, the Lou Information Station. And don't forget, check the complete schedule and game times. Visit luinfo.com. Really fun one here tonight. Not as close as I think we expected. Maybe liked it a little closer too, and a lot more fire to it. But still a really fun game and a strong game for CBC here tonight.
Yeah, they came out the gates flying. Quick couple early goals, both from Napier, who was really shining tonight. Holy cow, my words are running away from me. But like you said, Jake, we expected this one to be a much tighter game. SLUH coming in 6-1-1 and CBC at 4-4-0. I thought this was going to be a cage fight. I thought this was going to come out 3-2, 4-2, 2-1, or even a tie. An unfortunate tie. We've had 2 of those so far this year. But CBC had other plans. They came out flying, got a couple early goals, set the tone early, and SLUH just couldn't get anything going really anywhere. Both their goals were good, but you just couldn't get anything going in the offensive zone. Not much zone time. Couldn't really get anything set up, and CBC could. And CBC held the puck for most of the game, and that's why they came out 6-2.
And if you're around the Afton area, you can catch the 10:10 time, which is a little bit after schedule now, between Duchesne and MICDS coming up next here at Afton. But that's going to do it from us. We'll be back next Friday night for that matchup between Rockwood Summit and Lindbergh. Once again from Afton. Love driving all the way to South County from St. Charles over again.
You can do it. You can do it because I do it twice a weekend when there's Lindenwood.
That is very fair. That is
you can suck it up here. And you get paid to come down here. I don't get paid to go up to Lindenwood.
That is true. That is very, very true. But hey, we love doing it. We love hockey. And that's the main reason why we're here. We love doing it. We love calling hockey, and we love bringing you some mid-states hockey and shining light on what certainly should have a lot more light on it. This is some spectacular hockey going on in the St. Louis area, and I think there should be a lot more coverage on it. It's a growing area. So that's going to do it from us. We'll see you next Friday night and here on 590 KLS, Lou Information Station, and live on YouTube. For Daniel Hinkamp and our fantastic producer, Hunter Mulholland, here tonight, I am Jacob Stonick, and this has been the MidStates Club Hockey Association Game of the Week here on the Lou Information Station.